Hi, I'm nov-7 and this is an account update video. And well, I haven't been able to put out a bunch of videos here lately because of college, and it is officially open season down here in Texas. And I went hunting today, didn't see anything, but Chemo Kid 1SS did. And he got himself a big buck, 10-point. About 16-inch inside spread, if that means anything to you. And that's about it, all I can remember right now. But it was a big one. It was a real good deal. And we're going to say it's about 4.5, 5 years old. So it was up there in age. You know, was it a baby? Was it Bambi? Still have kind of my hat hair. That's getting off subject. Anyways. What I have planned, there was some other videos I wanted to make before open season actually started, but I've just been really busy with college, and I have like 2 or 3 different bag reviews. Well, I got 2 backpack reviews from Maxpedition, and I have 1 Blackhawk briefcase that I need to do a review over. I have 1 Mojito, and I have a case sodbuster pocket knife that I used to help my brother process the animal with today. And let's see what else. I don't have any of my stuff with me, but anyways, besides all those other reviews I have planned, I know I've mentioned this before in my other account update videos, but I am planning on making self-defense videos. And before I get into any type of techniques and all that kind of stuff, I want to have martial arts philosophy videos, self-defense philosophy videos. I want to tell you some stories of things I've experienced, you know, the good and the bad, and just kind of, I don't know, just kind of get a video so we can all be on the same page on what martial arts means to me, what your goal is in a fight, different kinds of fights, there's different subcategories, and I'm going to try to, you know, explain all that in a series of videos. And then after that, we're going to get into actual technique, actual how-to stuff. Just a little quick disclaimer, I'm not a certified martial arts teacher, but I hope you can learn something from me. I think we can all learn something from everybody. And this is a subject that I study quite often. And I have, you know, I've actually taken formal classes. I studied in ATA, American Taekwondo Association. I went to 1 tournament and kicked butt in a inter-school sparring tournament. And let's see what else. Basketball on all my breaking and my traditional Taekwondo skills. Also took a formal karate class, just 1, because money was the issue. And let's see. I've studied, you know, on my own. I've studied ninjutsu, tenojutsu, shuriken jutsu, and Muay Thai, Muay Brong, Kung Fu, and so I'm not going to be teaching any strict traditional martial arts. It's going to be self-defense, not traditional historically correct martial arts. If you want to learn historically correct martial arts, then you need to find you an instructor or study it yourself, because I don't feel I'm quite qualified to teach the traditional stuff. Need someone a little bit more experienced than me, but I believe I can do a pretty good job of teaching self-defense. Also, I'm not going to just be teaching unarmed self-defense, but I'm going to get into a little bit of, well, I'm going to think on it before I start teaching the knife techniques. I do know knife techniques. Like I said, I studied shuriken jutsu, and I've other jutsus, shuriken jutsu is the hand throwing blade. Tenno jutsu is the Japanese knife fighting. Kenjutsu, Aijutsu, and I don't know if I pronounced that right. Ieda Jujutsu. Anyways, I've practiced a little bit in sword fighting, not really that good at it. But Tenno Jutsu I've actually studied on a good bit. But I don't know if I'm gonna actually teach the knife techniques. I don't know. That's kind of getting into a whole other ball game. I'll kind of introduce some stuff, but really, when it comes to knife fighting, you need to seek a professional help. And I'll give some, I guess, free tips and tricks, as you call it, but I won't actually have a whole knife fighting section. Although I will film me, my brother, and some of my other sparring partners sparring with the rubber knives. We have rubber knives that we spar with. It's not so much practicing technique as it is practicing reflex and counters, and let's see, what's the best way to describe this? I guess reflex time and reaction time would be the best way to describe it. To kind of compare it into something else, it's like the difference between kendo and kenjutsu. Kenjutsu is the art of the samurai sword, and kendo is the way of the sword. Kendo is more of a sport. Kenjutsu is actually learning how to cut someone down. Kendo, you're learning how, reaction time and all that, and trying to sharpen your reflexes. And Kenjutsu is actually more of the technique. But I will do some filming of me, my brother, and my other buddy sparring with the rubber knives, and we'll probably show a few techniques in as well. And something pretty interesting. I don't know how many of my viewers actually formally studied martial arts under a teacher or school, or have competed in tournaments. But if you ever watch the Taekwondo sparring matches or the Olympic Taekwondo matches, you know that they wear a helmet. Some wear face shields, but I don't think the Olympics wear the face shields. But like the lower schools wear the face shields. They have a chest vest or padding, armor, whatever. You have gloves, shin guards, and foot guards, and a cup. Very important. Don't forget it. Anyways, this gear cost a lot of money. All this sparring armor. And back when I was in ATA studying Taekwondo, we didn't have the face shields that some schools have today. We didn't have the chest protection that some of the other schools had. We strictly used the helmet, the gloves, shin guards, foot guards, and I guess the cup. But we didn't have the chest guard, which covers up your whole entire chest. And the face shield. We didn't have those two things. But here recently, me and my brother were walking around college, and there was this place called the Student Baptist Ministry Center, and they provide free food on 2 days out of the week to kids who can't afford food, and they often provide ministry and kind of you can get tutored there if you had to, or if you need to, but it's just a place where kids can go and hang out and not have to worry about being distracted by parties and that other stuff. And it's a good place to get help. Anyways, they're having a garage sale because they're raising money for a mission trip, and we're looking around this garage sale, and my brother found 2 complete sets of sparring gear minus the face shield, but it had the chest, shin, hands, foot, helmet. Didn't have the cup, but I'm not going to buy one of those secondhand anyways. But it had all this stuff, and it said we'll take offers. So my brother walked up, and if you really knew my brother, you'll know how cheap he is and how frugal he is. He looks at the two sets and he says, "I'll give you $7 for all of it." And they're like, "Okay." And my brother ended up buying all of that gear for $7. And we want to start using that now when we knife fight, or when we spar with rubber knives. We're not literally knife fighting, but that's something kind of interesting. I'm really excited about that, and I can't wait to demo or show off our sparring skills, show you what we do. And let's see, I covered the other stuff that I'm going to review. Oh yes, don't plan on this happening in the near future, but I have a lot of knife blanks that I've made in the past. I mean, a lot of knife blanks. Not probably, well, I say a lot, but it's a lot to me. I have about 4 or 5 knives in the making, and you know, out of different scrap metals, files, and all kinds of stuff. And I just kind of put them on the back burner, and I still am kind of. But just to kind of tease you, I am going to eventually finish them, and I can't wait to show you that. And I want to preferably make them with a presentable, you know, a decent cutting tool. And I hope to have a review on those sometime, maybe in the next couple of years. Another thing, I don't know if y'all watched my first EDC update video, and you saw my iPhone where I had, you know, all the different language phrase books, and it's kind of a small side hobby. I will kind of pick up different words in different languages. I've never formally studied one particular language and got fluent in any of them, but I can introduce myself in all different languages. I can introduce myself in, well, pretty much Chinese, Japanese, Russian, German, Spanish. I'm trying to think if there's any other ones. I got Chinese, Japanese, Russian, German, Spanish. Yeah, those, and that's pretty much all of them. And and Spanish is the one that I really need to know. It's the language I come across more often than the others. But I guess if I was to say the 2 most common languages I run across besides English is Spanish and Chinese. But I also know German and a little bit of Japanese. And when I say I know it, I dabbled in it. I know a few words. But the language I know the most, the foreign language I know pretty much the most, I can almost carry out a conversation. Not really, but I'm getting though, is German. And I can't really carry out a conversation, but I'm getting the pieces together. And one of my goals by the end of, well, hopefully by the end of the year. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do it or not, because fireworks season is fixing to start. But one of my goals is to make a whole entire knife review in German, and then when I learn enough Spanish, I want to make a whole entire knife review in Spanish. And if I ever pick up the rest of the other languages, you know, I'll do those languages. This is going to take a while because, as you know, I can barely speak English, you know, well, people can understand it sometimes. You know, people have a hard time understanding every now and then. So I'm going to try to practice these different languages before I actually start the review, and hopefully it'll be nice and fluid. So that's something that I look forward to, and I hope my German fans in Europe look forward to. I know I have them. I've seen them before. I just can't speak the language, so I can't really just communicate in German like that. But I would like to make a whole entire knife review in German. And let's see what else. I'm gonna go hunting I'm gonna go hunting tomorrow again, and hopefully I'll see something, and I can take some pictures and show y'all. And I think that's about it. Let's see, got the two Maxpedition backpacks, the Blackhawk tactical briefcase, saw bustle, different languages, self-defense. I think that about covers it. And I hope to get that stuff out as soon as possible. And I'll see you later. Auf Wiedersehen. I'll see y'all later. I'm a Satsu 5, and I'm out.